Hello and welcome to another episode of Health for Life. My name is Dianabedoya, and today I'm just going to be running through some basic nutritional guidelines. There's a longer video as well if you want more detailed information, but here's just the basics. So number one, eat real food. Food that came from the ground, was tended to by farmers, preferably local, that's not highly processed and full of a bunch of extra crap that you do not need. That's rule number one. Rule number two is try to make sure you're getting a nice variety of foods, like that you're not eating the same thing all the time. There's not a single food that provides you with everything you need, so you do need to mix it up. Make sure you're getting proteins, carbs, fats, vitamins and minerals, and enough water in your day as well. Don't let anyone tell you that carbohydrates or fats are completely bad for you. There are types that are worse for you, which I'll go over in the longer video. Try to minimize saturated fats and trans fats as much as possible, and to not overdo fat overall, but saturated and trans fats, you do not need them. Saturated fat's hard to avoid, but you can avoid trans fat. Really not good for you. Try to minimize it. As far as carbohydrates go, the type of carbohydrate matters. Fiber is a carbohydrate. It's fantastic for you. Promotes intestinal health, makes you feel full, regulates your blood sugar. It's fantastic. So you want to get a good amount of that. The carbohydrate you want to avoid more than anything else is just simple like sugar carbohydrate. So if a product says that one of its first few ingredients is sugar or glucose, fructose, honey, corn syrup, those kind of things, all fancy names for sugar. So try to minimize that as much as possible. Another thing we tend to overdo in our diets is sodium. You don't need that much sodium, and we really do overconsume in North America, and it promotes heart disease. Try to keep it within guidelines as much as possible. Check your percent daily value on the food label. Actually, I have a food label right here. If you look at your sodium percent daily value, you want to make sure that for each meal it's not above like 20%, which means that in that specific food that you're eating, you're getting 20% of the sodium you need for the day, which is a lot considering, you're going to eat more than one meal. All right, so that's something else I wanted to say. Also, make sure that when you eat things that they actually have substance to them. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't just eat simple products that are just full of sugar. They don't have other vitamins and minerals in them. Get real food that has a good blend of different types of nutrients in it. Something else I really want to address as well is that Canadians tend to overconsume calories. North Americans, actually the world, tends to overconsume calories, and we definitely think this is one of the many driving factors to the high weights we're seeing in our current world population. So for calories, a rule of thumb is this works for me, about 100 to 200 calories for snacks, each snack you have, and then about 300 to 600 calories at a meal. It's hard to kind of stay within that, especially if you eat out. But like if you overdo it at one meal, just try to like get a little bit less at the next one. You know what I mean? Like I overdo it sometimes. I like to eat. I'm not gonna lie to you. So just try to balance as much as possible when it comes to that. And yeah, make sure you're getting a wide variety of foods. Enjoy foods. Food should not be something you're afraid of or that you have a bad relationship with. I want us to get back to enjoying real foods and, trying to get good stuff into our body to help our bodies be as strong as possible and just promote a good, healthy life. So that's your basic nutrition knowledge. If you want some more information, check out my longer blog. And that's your health fact for the day. Have a great day. Here's to your health. Take care. Bye-bye.